Welcome to Rebel Rock, guys. I am Dan. This is our weekly hangout. We go through some records. Added some new records to the collection this week. We got some stuff that I probably should have had a long time ago, but I feel guilty about it. But we finally got it now, so that's what's important, right? We're going to dive right into it. We got a little stack here. First one, I made a trade with my bandmate. He had been given a bunch of records from a coworker, a bunch of really cool kind of new wave, synth wave kind of pop stuff, early 80s. And there was this record that I've been after forever. And it is Kraftwerk, Computer World. If you don't know, Kraftwerk is like the originator of electronic music, right? They were building their own instruments in the early 70s in Germany. And god damn, this is one of their best. Computer Love is on this, which is a flawless song. I'm pumped. I'm happy about it. Looks to be an original pressing of it too, because obviously there is a reissue of all the whole catalog. But I always wanted like original pressing of this, right? So I wonder what kind of person bought this album, right? Because it was gifted to my bass player. So what was that person all about? What were they doing in their life? And they're like, I need some Kraftwerk. I don't know. I think about that all the time. I love it. Makes me happy. Yeah. Essential electronic music. Awesome. Next up, we got the Basement Tapes. And what this was Bob Dylan essentially moving to upstate New York to be near the band. And they pretty much just got together nightly and demoed up a bunch of songs. We're writing a bunch of music. This is a collection of some of the best work from that session. And because I think there's a well over 100 songs they recorded and demoed in this basement. And is it all good? No. But there's something about having a bunch of talented dudes just get together every night, kind of party, and just see what happens. Inspiring stuff. I tried to emulate this kind of formula with the River City Rebels many a times. And we had some luck doing it, and sometimes not so much. But you always got something out of it. I'd never seen this on vinyl, to be honest. So when I saw it at the local kind of thrift shop, and I was like, interesting. Great cover, back cover. Happy to add that to the collection. Next up, UFO, No Place to Run. I don't know this album very well. UFO is one of the bands that I just got into this past year and kind of been going through each album and dissecting it. So this is the next in line. And what is this? From 1979, maybe, I do believe. I think this is a little like middle of career type of album. Love that album art. Look at that. Looks fucking tough. So I'm gonna listen to it, and I'll get around to it. This is what I feel bad about. I just got a bunch of Thin Lizzy records I didn't have, like Chinatown. Thin Lizzy is one of those groups I feel like. For me, being in a touring band, you always had CDs. You had like the greatest hits, the Dedication album, which had like 18 songs that were masterpieces. So that's kind of where I've always left it at with Thin Lizzy. But now I'm doing a deeper dive because the older I get, the better this stuff sounds. Such good songwriting, musicianship's incredible. And this album's fantastic too. You know, I always knew about Chinatown, but now I really know. Another one I've been listening to all week was this Black Rose by Thin Lizzy. And this is a repress. I'm okay with that. Nothing wrong with it. But I feel like there's no duds on this. Do Anything You Want To is on here. Toughest Street in Town. Waiting for an Alibi, which is fantastic. My Sarah, beautiful ballad. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. We got the last Thin Lizzy record, Thunder and Lightning. I haven't listened to this one yet. Expectations aren't very high. How could they be? By this point, I think Phil Lynott was pretty messed up on the heroin, and it sounded like the band was kind of crumbling anyways, and this was kind of like the last grasp of what they had going on at the time. So this is just for the collection to kind of flush it out, kind of going for the whole set. I think I'm missing a couple early records, which I don't really want to spend top dollar for because I have heard some of those, and I don't love them. I feel like Thin Lizzy didn't hit their stride until 4 albums in, and then it was like, there it is. So, last Thin Lizzy record into the collection. The last one we snagged up was this first Kiss album. It would have been nice to find a original pressing, but it's such an expensive record. And for some weird reason, you can see all the other records in their catalog are kind of always reissued in circulation. This one, not so much. I don't know why, but it says on it, the first U.S. vinyl pressing since 1985. So, very strange. There must be some sort of licensing issue with this. I don't know what, but I'm glad I finally have it. I have most of the Kiss records that I want. This is always one of the ones that's kind of eluded me, so we got it. It says Strutter on it, Nothing to Lose, Firehouse, Cold Gin. Yeah, classic. And for me, Kiss as a kid, just like most of us that are, I guess, 40 or above, if you had a Kiss record when you were a kid, you were all in. So no difference here. So we're excited. We got that. Crack that open. Give that a listen this week. That's what we snagged up. Short and sweet. We got a bunch of classic stuff that was essential to the collection. We got that Kraftwerk. Oh my God. I was spinning it. I know that record. I've listened to it on Spotify, but to have it on vinyl and to hear it analog sounds, love it. I guess that's gonna do it. Hopefully you guys found some good records this week. Until next time, you do what you do, and toodaloo.